How do you start a relationship?
You go up to the person and you tell them,
I want to be your boyfriend.
I want to be your girlfriend. I want to be your boyfriend.
So we asked you guys to ask us questions on Instagram and you did, so we're just gonna start answering some. What do you do when the guy you like is playing you and 7 other girls at the same time?
Trust me, girl, it is not the time to be involved with that guy.
No.
It's gonna take a little bit of time for him to change.
To mature. It doesn't matter like how cute he is, if he's the high school quarterback, if he's messing around with 7 girls, he's out of the equation.
Okay, let's be honest. Any dude who's messing around with 7 girls probably has self-confidence issues and ego issues.
Yeah.
So let him figure out himself.
There's other guys that are so much better. There's gonna be guys that will give you full 100% attention that you need and not be like, oh, you're just a side girl, you know? Do you guys argue a lot, and how do you solve whatever you're arguing over?
We do argue.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, you argue, but you gotta change how you handle it. Like, instead of going in a downward spiral, someone for each argument has to step up and solve it.
And be the bigger person.
Yeah, and you don't go to the other person like, why are you doing that? It's totally causing everything. You go to the other person like, look, I was so wrong. I think we need to just stop arguing about this. I'm so sorry that I took that seriously.
What should I do when my boyfriend and I are having haters in a relationship? How do I deal with that?
Girl, we would know about that.
Yeah. Not just on YouTube, before YouTube was even a thing in our lives.
Yeah, let me tell you, you are always gonna have haters in a relationship. Always.
Who cares what they think? Because honestly, they're not the one living your life. It's your happiness.
I was just gonna say that if you have haters in your relationship, just find strength in each other. Pay more attention to your spouse, girlfriend, or whatever, your boyfriend, than you do to the hate.
Is it okay not to be in a high school relationship? Of
Yeah.
course. In high school, everyone feels so much pressure to be in a relationship, to have the cutest boyfriend. First of all, you need to understand that when you're in high school, let's say you go to a school with 3,000 kids. No, ours was like 2,000 kids. 2,000 out of 7 billion people. It's a very low chance that you're gonna find the one that you're gonna marry. So many bugs. If you don't find anyone in high school that interests you, if all the guys are F-boys and they're all stupid, who cares? You don't need them. You're amazing, and just because you don't find someone in high school doesn't mean you're doomed for life. Yeah, you're gonna find someone in college or in your job. You'll find someone.
Don't force yourself on a relationship. Just let it happen. If it happens, then it happens. But if it doesn't, then
you'll
let it go.
be miserable if you're in a relationship with someone you don't even really care for.
Yeah, and trust me, breakups are not fun. We've had plenty of breakups before each other.
Yeah. How can you make it less awkward when first meeting the parents/family?
First of all, actually look them in the eyes. When you don't look somebody in the eyes and you looking like, it makes them think that not only you're shy, but that you don't like them. So go up to them and say, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Brianna. Whatever fits the situation for you to say.
Coming from a naturally awkward person, I would say don't think of their parents on a higher level as you. Think of them as just normal people. I know it can be nerve-wracking, like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting his parents, I hope I act perfect. Just talk to them like as if you're talking to your parents. This sounds so weird, but I used to do this all the time. I do that all the time, actually, because I'm literally the most awkward person ever. What I used to do is sit in front of a mirror and just like talk like I was talking to like JAELIN'S parents or something like that. Like, I'd think of questions that I knew they would ask and then I would like recite them. A lot of you might be like, that's weird, but seriously?
You know what's more weird is you going up to their parents and not knowing what to say.
Literally, I'm so awkward. I have to do that. How do you start a relationship?
You go up to the person and you tell them,
I want to be your boyfriend.
I want to be your girlfriend. I want to be your boyfriend.
That's how I would.
You start talking to the person, maybe ask them to the movies, and then if you like each other, you gradually can say, hey, you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Or do you want to make this official?
What do you do when your parents don't want you to date someone, but you don't want to give that person up? Ask your parents, like, what is it about this guy that you don't like? Is it something they said? Is it what they wear? I hate to say this, but your parents really have the best intentions for you. A lot of the times, guys might just want to take advantage of you, or they might be in it for the wrong reasons, and a lot of the times parents can figure that out before you can. They've gone through a lot of things that you're about to go through. Say, why don't you like this person? And if it's for a dumb reason, then just talk to your parents and say, listen, Mom, he's not like that. He's a great person.
Bring it up to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him what's going on.
Hi, sweetie. I love you. Okay, we have to record the rest, okay? Can a homecoming date be just a friend? And how do you tell him you just want to go as friends? It is so hard because a lot of the time someone who asks you to homecoming or prom, it's because they like you.
Yeah. From a guy's perspective, trust me, if he's going to homecoming or prom with you, it's because he likes you. My advice would be, don't go with him.
Yeah.
Just say, you know, it's great, but I'm just gonna enjoy the night with my girlfriends. Yeah, go with your friends.
And we can meet up and talk a little, but I don't think, honestly, you can go as a friend.
Trust me, because if there's a guy, they're in it for something. If it doesn't matter if you're going as friends, they're still thinking they can turn it into more than a friendship.
Yeah, unless it's like your best friend and you're just going because you don't have anyone to go with. Is it okay for a girl to make the first move? Yes, completely 100%. I feel like guys are afraid to ask you out or afraid to like say, oh, I like you, I think you're cute.
Even the cool ones.
Yeah.
The guys who are cool,
they don't want to be
those are the ones who are most afraid.
Down. Yeah.
And you might be like, oh my god, there's no way this guy would ever like me. Girl, he probably does like you.
I think it's good for you to make the first move. Like if you're a girl, do it. Make the first move. If he says no, he's a loser. I mean, you're amazing. Who wouldn't want to freaking date you? And if they don't want to date you, screw them, move on. What do you do when a guy that was sweet to you now doesn't even talk to you?
You should go up and talk to him yourself and see if he what's going on.
He could be really busy with school. There could be another girl involved. He's getting in trouble with his parents.
Yeah.
Who knows? There could be a ton of things. So definitely confront him.
You don't even have to say, why aren't you talking to me?
Yeah,
go up to him and say
it in a nice way.
Hi, you know, what are you doing?
We haven't talked in a while, blah, blah, blah. But if he's making excuses every time you ask him, like, oh, do you want to hang out? I would definitely say that's a red flag and to just move on. If he's unsure about the relationship or you're unsure about how it is, you should definitely have closure and say, listen, we're either gonna date or we're not. Can you please tell me what's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
Communication is important.
Very important. How do you get a boyfriend?
Since I'm in business, you have to look at it like this. You've got leads, and then you've got appointments, and then you've got closings. Get around more guys, get to know more guys, set dates, appointments, and then you find a deal that's good enough and you close the deal and maybe say, hey, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. Doesn't mean hookup. Close the deal means you're boyfriend and girlfriend. You get leads, you get hundreds and hundreds of leads right here, and then you set appointments. Maybe you'll only go on 10 dates out of those 100 people that you talk to. And then out of that, maybe you have one boyfriend who you like and you can date. Next time, if he's not the right fit, then you just start the process over again.
How can you tell if he's not a boy? Those kind of guys are in it for the wrong reasons. If you see them on Snapchat like, oh, drinking, smoking weed, doing all that dumb stuff, they are definitely a boy. But if they're like a very humble person and they
get good grades, they're dedicated to what they do, talk to them, see what they do, learn about them, and then make the decision.
But if he just wants to hit it and quit it, you hit him in the face and then quit it. You know what I hate? There's people that I know who have been in a relationship forever in high school, and then the guys are like, I know I'm gonna marry you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but I want to just be a young guy and I want to mess around with girls and live my life, and then afterwards we'll get married. Screw them. What are you doing with them?
Yeah, go meet some new guys, because those guys are dumb.
Yeah, they're stupid. Oh my gosh.
Break up with him and move on, honestly.
There are so many better guys,
He'll come crying to you in 6 months like, I'm so sorry, and then you probably have met your Prince Charming. There's
also guys that freaking break up with their girlfriends to cheat on them, so they're not technically cheating on them. You are cheating on them. It makes me so
Don't
pissed.
hang around with those guys.
No.
Break it up,
They need to be out of your life.
Okay, last question. How do you keep it cool around your crush?
I wouldn't know. How?
Just treat them like your friend. It goes back to not like making them putting them up on a pedestal by treating them like a friend and just having a good time and focusing on that, not thinking, oh, what does he think about me?
Even if they are like the coolest guy in high school, don't think of him as that.
Think of yourself as the coolest girl in high school.
Girl, you are amazing.
You are freaking phenomenal.
You are freaking beautiful. Any guy would be lucky to have you. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked our advice.
Don't forget to hit subscribe to see more of us.
Yay!